Hello, how are you? Welcome to Daniel's Celtic World. I'm Kate. Good to see you today. Today is April 22nd, Wednesday. Today's reading is going to be mainly about today and tomorrow, April 23rd, where Venus enters Gemini. And Venus is the fifth house of play, relationships, joy, creativity, fertility, having fun, self expression, self worth, lots of fun, flirtiness, and things of that stuff with our friends, with people we're partnered up with. Um, and Gemini is communication being social media, the internet, journaling, texting, mobile phone, face to face conversations, how we communicate through texting through our phone, um, stimulating conversations, playful and having fun, favorable for everybody for the next 2 days who want to just really kick back and enjoy our partners, enjoy your friends, have fun, enjoy the weather. Should be getting better this week, and that's always fun. So we have that going on. We also have it now. We're in Taurus season. I love Taurus. Taurus is grounded. Taurus loves to be mellow and sensual and sexy and loves to be um, frugal and have um, lots of good food and enjoy their environment. They like to keep their home lovely. They like to have the finer things in life and be a part of society. They are also good with family and they are very committed, meaning monogamous individuals and loyal. Loyal. Taurus is also a fixed sign, steady, stable, reliable, um, a fixed sign as far as the modalities is concerned. They are an earth sign, which is that they're practical. They are earth sign, pure earth. Earth being Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are the other signs that are also earth. But we're in Taurus season right now. We left Aries season behind. Woohoo! And oops, sorry, that was my drawer. And we have with the earth sign, it's all about grounded application and spark ignites between the two. Taurus is really a full going forward, especially if they have an interest. They love to wine and dine. Again, they love the finer things in life. So, for those of you that are Taurians and those of you who are partnered with a Taurian, you should be having a lot of good adventures the next couple of weeks before we go into Gemini. Although I'm sure if you have a true Taurian, that's year round. Um, they have a lot of steadiness. They love life, practicality. They like to have their home grounded, their family grounded. They like to know where they stand. They are very frugal with finances. They love to save, but they also love, again, the finer things in life. We have a lot of fun going on for the next couple of days with Venus going into Gemini. There's a lot of that fun, friendly, flirty communication going on between the different modalities of communication that we use on a daily basis. And the funness with, relationships and Venus is fun, flirty. Venus also stands for financial responsibility as well, how we handle our finances, how we take care of our finances and save. And with it being in Taurus seasons, Taurus is stability, saving, um, tourists like to spend things on the finer things in life, for their house, their home, their cars, their food, their family. They're not wasters of money. So although Venus is watching your finances, taking care of financial things. So Taurus also adds on to that, being in Taurus season. Now is a great time. If you've been trying to save um, a lot of money, put it away. If you're with you being in tourist season, it might help all of us within this tourist season with Venus into play, going into Gemini and having that fun with our friends, our family, our mates, our partners, our marriage partner, or people we work with, our peers, our colleagues, and having those really exciting, laid back, but steady and grounded, good communication skills and fun times, making sure that we are enjoying life day to day and not forgetting to also have a personal enjoyment and entertainment to stimulate us in other ways other than professional work and responsibilities. You know, all Jack makes, all work makes Jack a dull boy. I think the saying goes. So, with that said, today and tomorrow is going to be a great time right now and favorable for many of you that want to dive in and meet someone new, that want to dive in and have those fun and friendly conversations with your partners. If you're not partnered and you're interested in someone, it'd be easier for you to go up to someone and say, "Hey, I've seen you before. Um, can I get you something to drink? Or can we go have a cup of coffee?" Um, it's that kind of season. It's those kind of days, and I believe everybody is going to enjoy this. I'm so looking forward for everybody to be enjoying all of these opportunities. Yes, and it's just so much fun. Um, we also have, which I will discuss on Friday. I have mentioned that yesterday. I will discuss on Friday in great detail. Excuse me. For all 12 signs, how Uranus entering Gemini will affect every single sign in the zodiac, what house that will be in, and how that will affect them, depending on what house they're going to be in for the next 7 years, how that's going to affect their house and their sign, and the things that are going to come up for them. Anything that's pleasurable, anything that's a gift. A lot of new gifts are coming out. Ascension, communication, ambition, abundance, beautiful transformation, beautiful ascension. You know, I'm seeing where a lot of people are taking up new roles and they're going to live their life thoroughly. No more living for what other people want. Living for who they want to be, the truth within themselves, the truth that they want others to see as the, and I'm doing all signs reading for Friday for everyone's ascendant. So if you have an ascendant, say in Aries, okay, you are going to, and this is just an example, this is going to be a revolutionary impulse, energy, instinct, going by your instincts. No more just fly by the seat of your pants. You're going to go by instincts, but you're going to also go by trust, collaborating with others. These things are going to be going on, and that is going to be hitting, if I'm not mistaken, Aries' third house. And Aries is all about energy, energy. But but Aries is having this Uranus in Gemini for the next 7 years. Although Aries is that typical personality, it's in their third house of a communication. Communication is going to be key for them. So that's an example of what we have going on, and I can get into it deeper, but I'm going to dive into that on Friday. Right now, we're going to get into the tarot. I just want to give you an update of what we have going on for the 22nd and the 23rd, and I want everyone to enjoy their time in Venus, enjoy their time partnering up, having good spirits, having great relationship, having great communication, getting involved in the third house of communication, social media, internet, um, journaling, talking on the mobile phone, talking on, I have older people that I know in my office, they still call it mobile phone. Calling on your cell phone, texting. That's all we do. And talking through our social media sites. Enjoy your time communicating with your friends and spending time with them the next couple of days, because going forward on the 24th, we have the new start where we're going into, a lot is going on where we are going to have night and day, okay? Because Uranus is going to hit Gemini early the next day. And a lot of us, I know for myself, I'm feeling that. I am. I have been all week long. I have been for the past couple of weeks. So it has been quite a daunting thing to wake up, not being able to get sleep. Uranus is a disruptor. It's like having someone who says, "Oh, it's quiet today." No, we're not going to do quiet today. We're going to have a tornado. No, it's not going to be quiet today. They might be quiet at work and they'll be, "Oh, we're having a great quiet day. This is great." And all of a sudden, fire Joe, the disruptor, goes in there and makes you put yourself on your A game. Going to start happening really early Friday. It's already, for those of us that are sensitive or light workers or psychics or, have other intuitive abilities. Some of us that are very sensitive, feel sensitivity very easily. We're feeling this. It is going to get stronger as we move on in the next going weeks, and it's just going to go for the next 7 years, and it's going to get stronger as we keep going along. Some of us may not recognize who we are in 7 years, 8 years from now. We will be completely different people. Or you may see a friend of yours and not see them after say next week. You don't see them for 5 years, and you run into them and they're not the person you knew last week. They've completely changed. Everyone's going to be going through that. So let's dive into the astrology. We will hit that on Friday. We have a lot. I'm also going to go into the history of Uranus, his background, personality, family, also Gemini. I'll go into the background and the history of Gemini as when the Olympians, and Uranus, and how Saturn, his son, and Aphrodite and Prometheus, and a whole big bunch of a whole big family story about all of them, Uranus and Gemini, and how that leads up to their personality types coming together to help us to see what we're going to be dealing with for the next 7 years, and how that will affect us, as well as what houses we have in our sun sign and or our rising sign. I put everything out for Friday for rising sign, but those that have it in that would like to see what their sun sign or their moon sign is, they can also listen to that too. Okay, so we're going to go on to the astrology. You can book a reading with me. I'd like for you to book a reading with me. You can hit the subscribe button, the red subscribe button. Please share or like this with a friend. I would love to make sure that you contact me at danewscelticworlds@gmail.com. You can also contact me at www.youtube.com/danewscelticworld. As well as Facebook at Dan News Celtic World. You just type that in and I will come up and you can friend me and I will put you on my list. I do a lot of postings, as well as postings here too on my YouTube channel. I have postings every week. I've posted 3 postings yesterday and 1 today for an update, on top of my videos, my live videos that I do. I also do postings, and shorts will be coming after the Uranus entering Gemini phase begins to start. With all that said, let's get into the tarot. Also, shuffle this once. I'm going to shuffle this again. Let's see. Let's see. We have fun communications today. I'm so excited for all of you. Yes. Okay. And let's see. I mean, do one more. Okay, it's not going through. It's sticking. We're there. Wake up, wake up. All right. We have the Eight of Swords coming out first. Okay. The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords tells me, okay, this woman is bound, but she's not bound. She's there for under her own volition. She has decisions to make. I call this card the decisions that you need to make. You feel bound, but you're not bound. You're only bound if you want to be bound, but based on the decision that you make. It's I always use this analogy, not often, but I will. The Eight of Swords reminds me of, if you've ever watched the movie The Craft, and they all come together in the woods and initiate with one another, and they say, as you enter the store, as you enter the circle, how do you enter upon this blade? And they say, in perfect love and perfect trust. Okay. And in this circle of swords, in the circle, she feels bound. She has decisions to make. Does she make the right decision not to be bound? Does she make the right decision to, and this is not just she, it could be feminine or a masculine. It does not have to be just a masculine or a feminine. There are decisions that need to be made. And she's using her mind, obviously. This is swords. Swords is all about air. Air is about intelligence, using the mind, using expression, partnerships, friendships, social groups. Okay. This the air signs would include a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Do we know male or female, masculine or feminine figure in your life that feels bound by some decisions that need to be made here, that are having problems discerning their options, making decisions to move forward so they don't feel bound by the swords around them? And the swords around them, remember, the swords are not weapons in these cards. Swords represent the intellect, the mind, using your mind, feeling bound by what's already in your head, what's in your mind, the decisions we have to make within ourselves, within our mind, feeling bound by these decisions because they're hard to make. The Eight of Swords. Do we know somebody that is an air sign? That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You how society sees us. That's the mind. They have decisions to make based off of how society sees us, our ego, our sense of self, our sense of conflict. She's having conflict now because he or she is having to make decisions using their mind, using swords, using their intellect. Swords, air, mind, intellect. Okay. Again, this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you're a Gem, if you know somebody that's a Gemini, third house, communication. If you know somebody that may be having these problems and they're a Libra, seventh house, relationships, marriage, contracts, business partnerships, and sharing interpersonal styles or relationships, conflicts. Okay. Aquarius is 11th house, community, social groups. Are, are they having a problem with the 11th house, dealing with friends, dealing with community, dealing with people that are in the community that they have to use some intellectual capacity and make a decision that they can't be a part of this community? Or Libra, that they can't be, they're having problems with the 7th house. Marriage is in the 7th house. That's a big deal. Do we know somebody that feels bound by making certain decisions? The swords, again, represent mind, represent intellect, not actual weapons of swords. These cards have representations that wands is fire, passion. Okay, swords, intellect, the mind. She feels that he or she feels bound. There are decisions to be made. Do you know someone that's Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius air sign that needs to use their mind, their intellect to deal with conflict, marriage, partnerships, social media, making decisions? Should they be a part of it? Should they not be a part of it? Are they having problems discerning their options and making those decisions? Do we, as if you are a friend, a partner, a colleague, can you go to them and see if they need help? Are they someone that may come to you for help to make these decisions so they don't feel bound? So they don't feel bound by having to make this decision independently? Male or female? Okay. Next we have, I'm going to put crystal on that card. I guess that is definitely a very important first card that came out. There is a lot of people that are going through that right now, especially with us going into the new Uranus entering Gemini. Okay, the 10 of Wands. This is, again, the 10 of Wands. Wands is fire. Wands is passion. And the 10 of Wands, I'll show you this here. They don't depict it here as they do in a lot of the other tarot cards, but he has it on his antlers. So instead of in the original tarot, normally there is a mature man carrying 10 wands on his back. The 10 of wands represents, and he has it here on the ring on his head, as a leader. This man in this card, he's a leader. He's holding up a crystal. He's looking. There are decisions to be made. Again, decisions to be made. However, with the 10 of wands, he is carrying a load of heavy responsibilities. Heavy load, a bundle of responsibilities. Yes. Okay. Wands is carrying a lot of monkeys on their back, a lot of work on their back, a lot of decisions on their back. That's what the 10 of Wands represents. This man has passion. He's a leader. He's looking at his crystal. He wants to see, help me see what others can't see. He's carrying the 10 of Wands. He's carrying that responsibility for others, decisions, work, heavy burdens. He or she is carrying that. And you know what? Now that we say that, we have this male, feminine, or masculine individual also being bound, but being bound by swords, being bound by the mind, the intellect. Same here. Being bound, carrying the load, the 10 of Wands, carrying a bundle, hardships, decisions, work, carrying a lot of monkeys on their back, having to make decisions, wanting to see what others can't see, to make decisions, to make that load lighter, to move forward. I've got a lot of clarifying here. I'd like to see who specifically this may pertain to. Okay, Wands personality, that would be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Leo rules the heart. Sagittarius will is more of the person that likes to see things work out for other people ahead of time. They're more of the mind, thinking ahead. Aries is all about energy and action, like a lightning bolt or powerful energy that goes through an electric cord. The ram that moves forward, that runs forward. Courage, fire sign courage. Okay. Aries is ruled by Mars. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Not some. It wasn't always that way, but now Saturn is ruled by Jupiter. I'm sorry. Saturn is Saturn is ruling Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruling Jupiter. That's Jupiter's. Sagittarius's planet is Jupiter. It wasn't always that way. Jupiter used to be Pisces' original planet before it came in and we came to more modern astrology and then went to Neptune. Leo, the sun, Venus. If we have those people in our lives, we're going from air signs, and that would be, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, fire sign with wands, fire's passion, career, ambition, leadership. And he's a leader. He's wearing his crown here. He's got a lot on his back, a lot of monkeys on his back. He's carrying the 10 of wands. He's carrying the load of 10 different people on his back, responsibilities, things that he has to make decisions for, work, carrying all of that for everyone. He's looking into his crystal and he's help me see what others can't see, to move forward with this back, with the load on my back, the decisions I have to make. This card here, same thing. Feeling bound, feeling like has to make a decision and doesn't know how to get out of this decision, or if she makes the wrong decision, is she going to be bound as well? There's a lot of bound here. Okay. Our third card is the Three of Pentacles. Ironic. As I will it, shall it be, by the power of 3 times 3. So mote it be. And there we have, okay, the Three of Pentacles. Yes. The Three of Pentacles. They're coming together. They're going to be working together to make this happen, to make it come about. What you bring about, what you wish about, what you decide about is what you bring about in your life. People can't help us to change our destiny by helping us change our mind. But in the ultimate decision, we create our own destiny. We make the choices. That's why I always say, don't really listen to other people. You really have to go, but what's up in your own mind, your own intellect. I always tell everybody that, because I know people that ask a lot of people, 25 different people sometimes it feels like, about making a decision. And I'm like, look, you know, I'll make up a name, Bobby Joe. You can't do this. You have to make up your own. You can ask 20, 30 people, and they're all going to give you a different answer. Ultimately, the decision you made is going to affect you and no other. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. Getting together, making it happen. Pentacles has to do with earth, the material world, money. Make the Three of Pentacles are trying to bringing about money, wealth, good business, wealth and health, the well-being, life, and being well with the way we live, being well and healthy and happy with the way our bodies look, the way we feel, what we bring about. And I mentioned this yesterday um, about, you know, Pentacles, making a list. If you want to bring about what you want to see in your life, make a list, carry it with you, manifest it. They've come together to help with these decisions and these harsh decisions that have to be made. Both feeling down. The ten of wands feels like he's carrying a burden up that hill. He's looking into his crystal. He wants help. Take some of those monkeys off his back, those burdens off his back. He's carrying a load. The other, male and feminine, is being bound by the Eight of Swords. She's feeling bound. And she's feeling bound because, in her eyes, in this Eight of Swords, if she doesn't make the right decisions and she makes the wrong one, she is going to feel bound. Making decisions, taking burdens off your backs so that you can manifest what you want, bring about what you want, make a wish, make a list, manifest, think about it, bring it about. We're in the waxing season now. We should be doing this every day to bring about what we want, manifest what we want during waxing season, all the way up to the full moon. I like how they have this here. They're all contributing. One has the list. One has their list. One has their crystal ball, divination, looking into their water, their flames, chanting. They're together to help one another, to use the different modalities of the different elements within the earth to bring about what they want to see about come forward, for what they need, or for what they want, and what they would like to see come about to help them succeed in their goals, in their spell work, in their divination practices. And without going to that, for those of you that are spiritual practitioners or not, I make a list. I've always had a list. I hold it in my wallet and I make a list. And every few months, I'll take it out and see how successful I have been with my own list, my own goals, my own achievements. And when I've conquered those or mastered those, and I feel really proud of myself, sometimes we do it unconsciously. We do it unconsciously because we want to be successful. And we'll take out those goals, and some of us will share with friends. I don't, but some of us may share with our friends and feel, wow, without even realizing it, I've accomplished this goal, and I've got enough money to buy a car, get a house with my husband, save up enough money so that if I want to take 2 years off to stay home to have a baby, I can. things like that, that people who are well prepared that just get married or want to have a baby or want to get married, these are the things that they plan ahead of time so that they're fiscally, financially stable and grounded and feel comfortable pursuing their lives and their goals because they've made those decisions. They've made these decisions so they don't feel bound and hurt and feel like they're sacrificing, and they don't feel bound by having a burden because they didn't make the right decision. That's important going forward. It always should be. Okay, I'm going to clarify for the first two cards because they both, and I'm going to use a different deck. The deck I'm using today, by the way, is the Wizard Dragon deck. I love it because it's got cool. I love dragons. If I can have a pet dragon, I totally would. Right next to my cats. Anyway, but yes, I'm going to pull a clarifier with that, and with that, I'm going to pick that out. And with my dragon tarot, I have my crystal that I keep with my cards. Um, I meditate with my cards, and I choose the right crystal for each of them. So, with that said, I'm bringing out my Celtic Wisdom Tarot. It's Celtic Druid symbolism on it, which I love, and the forest of the Celtic. And here I've got a protection stone that I keep with it in its pouch, obsidian. Always great. Tourmaline, obsidian. Okay. I'm going to clarify that with my Celtic Tarot deck. What are we seeing with these decisions? What are we seeing with these decisions? Why is the male or female feeling bound or making decisions? Why are we feeling burdened of because we have the 10 of Wands? Why are we feeling that way? This is a collective reading. If you'd like a personal reading from me that pertains just to individually you yourself with your astrology chart, hitting all the whole houses, hitting all signs within those houses, and discussing trines and sextiles and squares and retrogrades and oppositions. We can do that. We can talk about that from the time you're born until current and going forward to see where you can work on goals that you want to accomplish. And also with the tarot reading, we can do that. And we'll discuss that later. Hit the subscribe button. Contact me at danewscelticworlds at gmail.com. danewscelticworlds at gmail.com. And you can book a reading with me. Okay. The first card we get, clarifier. Help me see what others can't see. Help me understand what others need to know. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. The first card we have here that came in through, this is what I pulled for that card. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles has to do with, and this is why she feels bound. We discussed that with the money, saving money, looking ahead. The Four of Pentacles, holding your coins tightly. Don't want to spend them. Don't want anyone to steal your funds from you. Don't want to lose your money. Don't want to lose the financial stability that you have or that you don't want to have, you don't want to lose anymore. That's the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to your coins, holding on to your material wealth. But this is not in reverse. That would be afraid to lose. This is right side up. You're still holding on to your coins, but you need to be cautious about your spending. Feeling bound, maybe doesn't want to spend their money. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Wands, Gemini. No, I'm sorry, air. This is swords. Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, not wanting to spend your money. And I think that's everybody these days, the way the economy is, holding on to your money. The Four of Pentacles, making sure we're saving, making sure we're holding on to our money, feeling bound, not feeling like we can loosely, with our mind, with our intellect, being able to go, oh, see, this is great. We can financially afford this, but feeling bound, not wanting to do so, even though we have the coins, we're holding on to them because we're feeling if we spend this money, we might feel bound permanently. And we don't want to make a decision like that. Discerning, not wanting to feel bound inside, making a decision. We don't want to spend that money if we don't have to. Do we hold on to it or we take a chance? We take a chance. Are we binding ourselves and making ourselves, restraining ourselves with the Eight of Swords, but not being able to come out of that? Or are we going to be okay? Are we going to be able to come out of that if we spend that money? That money, the Four of Pentacles, which also has to do, by the way, with your health, your well-being, taking care of the nature of things with your body, the natural occurrences within your family, your home, and things of that sort. Okay. And with that said, okay, not worrying about spending the money, hold on to these coins upright, not spending them, kind of like hoarding, saving, like Ebenezer Scrooge in the like Ebenezer Scrooge in the the Christmas story that we always see with the three ghosts. Okay, that's this here, and here, I guess if we spend that money, there's going to be burdens, and you're going to be carrying a burden. This is telling me not to spend this money because we're feeling that it's gonna bind us. We're gonna be trapped. We're not gonna be able to go anywhere if we don't have this money. This is telling me here there'll be a burden. It'll be a burden on everyone in the house or everybody or the person that's doing this. However, if there's a need to have to spend this money, you have the help because you have you have pentacles and wands. Pentacles, we have a lot of grounding earth. Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles are here to help you. They come together in celebration. Okay? And the original tarot card, they come together in celebration. They're holding up their cups, and the three of them are holding it together, a celebration. You know, hey, I got a raise today. Let's go have a drink. That kind of thing. Hey, they're all together, getting together, working together. One's making a list. One's has their divination. They're all, have their water, their fire here. We're all coming together. Okay. With the Three of Pentacles, we're also making sure that we're not left outside and that we have security. The three of them, they stick together. It's helping with security. And you're going to be just fine. For the collective of you. For those that did not relate to this, which I doubt because everybody is concerned about spending money, gas prices, oil prices, purchasing. Everybody's afraid to purchase right now, feeling bound, feeling restricted, don't want to spend the money. Oh, sorry, Kim. Don't want to spend the money. Four of Pentacles, hoard. They want to hoard their money. They want to save their money. They won't want to say do that because we're all feeling that way. All of us, I'm sure, in the collective are feeling that way in some way, shape, or form. And even if it's just going out and buying something that we just want personally, we're kind of afraid to because we are being financially safe because we do not want to carry that burden of feeling like we're stuck because we don't have the means of that financial security or the means to be able to go out and do what we want to do because we don't want to be bound by the Eight of Swords. We don't want to feel like we're carrying a burden because we don't have this money. We don't have security. We want to feel like we can walk up the hill without having to make decisions, without having a burden, without carrying those monkeys on our back and feel comfortable in our lives because we've saved this money and we have that security. And here people are coming together with their coins and sticking together. And giving a bit more security. And they're not, because they're together, they're not stuck out in the cold alone. Because they're collaborating. Collaboration is very good. You can collaborate with business partners, with people you know, that people that you live with, your neighbors, even you don't have to be best friends with them, but when you work together and help each other, you can be there for one another when things are needed, when someone needs a helping hand, when someone needs help. Okay, let's go to our life message. I'm going to turn these cards around so you can look at them for a few minutes. We're going to go to our life lessons. I'm going to our life lessons. Life situations that come up. I'm going to shuffle the cards real quick. This is a thick deck. I want to say there's 100 cards in this deck. This is really thick. Okay. Woo. All right. So we have, and this came up upright. No, I don't like clowns. When I see clowns, I always feel like I never like going to the circus. Anyway, what we have for clarifying life situations is the duality dance. Seek a balance with finances. Seek balance. So you don't have to feel bound if you spend that money. As you enter upon this blade, how do you enter this circle? In perfect love and trust. And how do you leave this circle? In perfect love and trust. Why? Because you don't want to feel bound by the decisions that you made. You need to feel like you can come in the circle and leave the circle without feeling bound because you can come in with love and trust and leave from the decisions you made in love and trust. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. For me, that's let's go and try to meditate. Let's try to go in the woods. I was thinking about this today. When's the last time we stopped being on the computer, stop playing texting, stop playing answering cell phone calls, stop talking with others on the phone, stop running around talking to people in the office, stop running around going running errands and talking to people and working on our cars and working with the kids and working with partners and talking and talking and talking and being on social media all over the place, and go into the woods and take a long walk with no electronics, just a backpack, a first aid kit, obviously a cell phone in case of emergency, but off, turned completely off, and take a walk for a couple of miles or go mountain climbing or go find a quiet place and meditate. Quiet, clearing the mind, finding balance. Seek balance amid the chaos. Just what I just explained. I'm finding after talking to many people in the past few days that everyone is seeking this. The quiet, to quiet their minds, to quiet the noise, to have peace, to be able to make decisions without chaos personified in noise and cell phones and computers and hey mom, dad, hey, blah, blah, and just the knock on the door. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Finding that piece of quiet so that your mind, you can ground yourself, you can align with your chakras. You hear nothing. I love the sound of absolutely nothing. I don't really watch that much TV. I'm more of a book reader. Um, I don't even know what shows are on what time. Every once in a while, I'll put the voice on because I want to hear them sing or I want to sing with them. So, but other than that, I'm really not a big, it's all, besides, like I said, besides the new, most of it's all garbage. It's just fillers of things that we fill into the void of our life to pass by time when we can do so many other things like relaxing our bodies, our nervous system, our heart, our mind, healing, finding peace, finding time to have peace for at least an hour so that when we're done, we can actually think with a clear mind. Okay. All righty. So we have that. We're going to be going to the, the patterns and the threads of karma. What do we have going on with the threads of karma today? The threads of karma. What is the collective? How's your day going today? My God, they're like, oh, fuck. They're falling all over the place on me. All right. This is a very big deck. My hands aren't even big enough to hold the deck. Oh, beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay. Freeing the patterns of the past, karma cards, and moving forward. This is beautiful. Align with your higher path. And we already talked about this. I just talked about this with you. Meditation, getting into quiet. Align with your higher path. The more you align with your soul's truth, the less resistance you'll face. Flow with the purpose, not the pressure. The less resistance we have, okay, the less you'll have to face. Clear your mind, not the pressure. Move away. Holding on to your coins. Be cautious about your spending. Don't be stressed out about it. Don't make spending, overspending, be a burden. 10 of Wands, passion. But in the 10 of Wands, he's carrying lots of burdens on his back, lots of monkeys on his back. He's looking into the crystal. He's carrying burdens for all of those, especially himself, of the things and all the decisions and all the responsibilities that he or she has to carry. Tread lightly, relax, get into nature. Focus, align yourself. Don't take risks if it doesn't feel safe. Don't take it. You have to take care of you, your family, and whomever else you're taking care of throughout your life and at the present time. You have the power of three coming together to help you. Three of Pentacles. I will put these in order for you. And I'm going to put your card together again for your karma card. And this is so in alignment with what I said. And I'm just feeling this psychically all over the place, everywhere in the collective. Align with your higher path. Please align with your higher path. Those of you, I'm feeling this tense environment in the collective here in the past couple of days. Take a breather. Go out into nature. Take a hot bath. Relax your muscles. Then take a really hot shower. Let your muscles relax. Go lay down. Or just go meditate. Sit outside, get some fresh air if that's possible, depending on where you live. The more you align with your soul's truth, what's good for you, good for your health, good for your body, good for your mind, good for you to feel good about yourself, have a good self-respect, a good love for self. The less resistance you face, the flow with purpose and not pressure. Again, align with your higher path. The more you align with your soul's truth, the less resistance you'll face. Flow with purpose, not pressure. Not pressure. Not pressure. Four of Coins, not fiscal pressure. You know, money's great, but it doesn't mean shit if you're dead, right? So if you can align with yourself and get your health your mind, your body, your soul, you know, the heart. The heart is the biggest muscle, the most important. Your brain, your heart, your blood vessels, your blood vessels, your circulation. If those are under control, then you know all this money is going to make crap because you can't use it when you're gone, right? Take care of you. Stop stressing. Stressful times are now. Everybody needs to come down a few notches and relax. I'll leave that up there for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to pull Angel card, and then we'll be done with the reading. I will always, as I usually do, put the camera down to the cards so each of you can take your notes and write down what we've talked about today, the lessons that we've learned today. If you'd like a reading with me, please hit subscribe, the red button subscribe, or subscribe. Hit subscribe underneath the video. Like, share with friends. Give me a thumbs up. You can reach me at danewscelticworlds@gmail.com or danewscelticworlds on youtube.com to see my videos and see all my videos that you like, want to share, or subscribe to. You can also reach me on www.facebook.com/danewscelticworlds. And you can also reach me on Instagram, danewscelticworlds. My hair is much shorter than it is now. And I have it straightened. I don't have a curly. I leave it curly most of the time because my hair is so long it would take me 3 hours just to get it done. It's almost down to my waist. So it was so good having all of you here today. Please subscribe. I'm going to put down the card and we're going to break out the angel numbers. The angel number. Yes. My angel number for today, and I had a few myself today, and I wanted to share that with the collective. I was working today. Without even watching the clock, I looked up and I said, "Oh, what time is it?" Because it felt like it was getting late, and I'm on a deadline. And I looked up and I wrote it down. I had for today again, third day in a row, 12-12, and then later on at the end of the day, I forgot to eat lunch. I'm sure all of us go through that. We're working and we're not thinking about it. And I looked up the clock again and it was 2:22. 2:22. Duality. Partnership. All right. One more time. Here's a try. All right. Not going through. Gotta push it, push it, push it. No, that's not an angel number. Let me see. I forgot to take out the face card. Oh, ah, ah. No, that was the advertisement card that came with the deck. And not knowing that this was coming up, 1111, a wish come true. Okay, I'm trying to make this so. There's a light in here that I just don't like. All right. All right. 1111, a wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self realization, manifestation, gateways, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as a happy news, experience, new opportunities, or exciting acquaintance, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. I'll read it again. 11, 11. Wish come true. Moderation, patience, flowing, self realization, manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. That's a beautiful card, everybody. Okay, I'm going to leave this down here for all of you to take your notes. It was such a pleasure having everyone here today. And I wish nothing but the best for everyone. I will see you on Friday. I already did the astrology for today and tomorrow. I hope you're having some Venus in Gemini flirty conversations, fun, play, joy. Don't forget to take a breath and relax. Take a walk in nature. Enjoy yourself. Your heart and your mind will thank you for it. As a matter of fact, your mind might tell yourself, your body, to kiss your brain for it because you've done this and you're taking care of yourself better. And that's what your body wants. That's what your body needs. Everybody. There's a lot going on now, today. Okay. I'm going to leave this on for about 2 minutes and then I will see you on Friday. Thank you for coming. This is Daniel's Celtic World. My name is Kat, and it was so much fun being here with all of you. Please like, subscribe, join, thumbs up, share, look at my posts, come see me, come email me for a reading, an astrology chart reading at danielscelticworlds@gmail.com. Come see me on Facebook, Daniel's Celtic Worlds, YouTube, Daniel's Celtic Worlds, and Instagram, Daniel's Celtic Worlds. Again, I'm Kat. Have a great evening. Love being here with all of you. See you again on Friday. Have a great evening. Blessed it be. Ciao for now. Let's put these. I'm trying to move the cards for you so you can see them. I hope this helps you out. For those of you that like to take notes, so I have some subscribers that do, and they love when I do this because they keep a journal. And I love journaling. I keep a journal as well. I keep a journal as well. And I believe it's good for everybody to keep a journal. Again, it was such a pleasure having everyone here this evening. Thank you so much. I look forward to having all of you come again on Friday, April 24th, where we can have deep conversation, Celtic cross reading, and I'll go over what's in store for everybody with our new 7-year cycle coming up with Uranus going into Gemini for all of the zodiac and their rising sign houses that were going to transpire for them, for each of us in their rising sign, their ascendant. Okay, blessed be. It's so fun to have you here again. And I will see you Friday. Till then, have a good evening.